When George says you're all in for a treat, I truly mean that. You have not met a more passionate, more incredible group of individuals. We all have one thing in common. We love this community. We love peptides. We love the direction that these therapies are moving our nation towards. Feeling better, feeling younger, finally moving the needle. I know I run and own a naturopathic clinic in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and I was personally frustrated, and I was frustrated with all of the folks coming in through my office dealing with metabolic dysfunction. And I felt, limited on the options that I could provide. And as we get into more toxicity, more chemicals, more stress. The body has to undergo so much to overcome all of these chronic illnesses. And it wasn't until I started studying longevity that I learned about peptides and learned the power of them and was able to finally find a company that I felt was reputable, and that is Ellie MD. So I know we are all excited to be here because to be able to offer this in our practices, see our clients get incredible results that catapult them, that help them feel more confident, that help them get their hope back. So many people feeling so hopeless. And that was me about 6 months ago. I was dealing with low mood, stubborn weight, just feeling hopeless in my own body. And thankfully, Ellie MD came through. I wanted to briefly touch on what peptides are not. Peptides are not a fad. They've been used for now 3 decades in medicine, and they're not steroids and they're not statin drugs. They don't bulk you up or mess with your hormones in unnatural ways. And they're not magical pills. You still need to imply healthy habits, but peptides do amplify your body's natural healing responses, but they don't replace the work. They're not cheating. They're signaling molecules your body already makes. They're simply replenishing what stress, toxins, and aging have depleted. They're not big pharma drugs and they're not quick fixes, although you can start feeling better very quickly. They're naturally occurring compounds that restore, rebalance, and repair the resilience of your body at the cellular level. Peptides are not hype. They are the bridge between ancient healing wisdom and modern science. Now, peptides are cellular messengers that tell your body to repair, regenerate, and rebalance itself. They're precision tools that support the body's innate intelligence, helping optimize metabolism, sleep, immunity, mood, and recovery. They're gentle yet powerful at working with your own biology, not against it. They're customizable, so protocols can be tailored to each individual rather than a diagnosis. And they're intelligent, restorative, and deeply familiar with your own biology, which is why your body recognizes them right away and can put them to work. And unlike traditional supplements that must pass through the liver and the digestive system, peptides go through that bypass by going through typically an injection, and that is your body is able to utilize and work with them right away. So clients are going to feel so much better, so much faster. And what does that offer you as a clinician? It offers you the opportunity to have somebody start to feel better fast and safely. So they're going to be much more apt to stay with you longer, be more compliant on their protocols that you're asking them to do beyond peptides. And they're going to finally get that restored hope. So I am I'm so excited again for everybody. LAMD has truly changed my practice. I've been able to save so much time. I'm able to help patients move forward much faster. And LAMD, takes on the full liability. They take on the inventory, the shipping, the client management, and you're able to work with your patients how you see fit and all other aspects. So they're truly an extension of myself. And without further ado, we have some incredible panelists here, and I'm going to bring them up one by one. Panelists, I ask that you keep your sharing to 2 minutes. So that allows everybody to have a chance to speak. I will introduce you briefly, but if there's anything else you want to share about yourself, and also what's on your heart, what's exciting for you with Ellie MD, I like to call up the amazing Dr. Lisa Mull, who is a registered nurse, a naturopathic doctor. Dr. Mull, what inspired you to partner with Ellie MD, and what has been your experience like working with them so far? Thank you, ma'am. The line is yours.
Awesome. Thank you. First of all, I'm most excited about accessibility in a high quality way. As Dr. Sky mentioned, I'm a registered nurse and I turned a naturopathic doctor. And I love working with my clients. And I thank all of you. First of all, I forgot to mention, I want to thank my guests for coming on tonight. It means everything. Thank you for being here. Having the accessibility of such high quality. I love that. And as Dr. Sky said, she covered so many bases with what she shared, y'all. So much more to come, though. And that the peptides really do remind our bodies to do what they already know to do. And so I'm seeing improved, mind-body connection and gut-brain communication, because the body is wired. It knows what to do. It's wired for keeping us well, to maintain life, homeostasis. But some people are literally just getting by, is what we've been finding at least the last 5 years. It's been worse than ever. And so this is like restoring hope for me, myself personally. I am benefiting greatly. My thyroid was terribly dysregulated when I got so sick with a virus in 2021. And I'm seeing shifts like I've not seen before, and I'm excited about that. My clients are benefiting beautifully, and I don't have all the headaches of dealing with trying to find the high quality pharmacies that are properly certified to handle peptides, and I don't have to worry about them being some reconstituted something. I mean, they are pure peptides. And as Dr. Sky mentioned, our bodies do make them and know how to receive them and what to do with them. And it goes right to work. So myself as a practitioner, if my clients things aren't shifting within a week to 3 weeks, we're shifting gears. Very results driven, and we're going to do what it takes to get that result. And peptides are helping us get there, y'all. So I'm really excited to partner with Ellie MD and to be able to share these quality miracle molecules with all of you. So thank you for attending and for investigating.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mo. We're so happy that you're here. You're such a light, and I'm glad that you're partnered with us. So thank you so much. All right, I'd love to call to the line the incredible Fanny Hooks. Fanny Hooks is a functional nurse practitioner. She has her own medical clinic. She was prescribing peptides before. Can you please explain how you're onboarding your patients in through Ellie MD? What does that process look like in your clinic? And anything else that's on your heart to share with us tonight? The line is yours.
Thank you. And can you guys see me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Hey, all right. Hey, everyone. So, just to give you a little background, I'm Fanny Hooks, a family nurse practitioner and a gutpreneur, where I'm dedicated to helping people reclaim their health from the inside out. So, I work with individuals who are struggling with inflammation, weight gain, brain fog, stomach issues, low energy, and just the ones that basically come to me all the time saying that they feel off and they don't feel like themselves anymore. So many of my clients come to me feeling stuck, overweight, and doing all the right things. So that's exactly why I actually partnered up with LEMD, because I feel like LEMD had the same vision I had for my patients, where we're trying to basically like get the whole world healthy again, but we're doing it from the small little molecules called peptides. I like the fact that I didn't have to go searching everywhere in all the different kind of peptides we offer, like glutathione, like we have somarelin, we have NAD plus, which is my favorite. So onboarding my patients, switching the ones who were going to several pharmacies has been easy. What I've done is basically when you come to see me, I have a link that L&D provide for us for our back office, which is easy to maintain and manage, because all you do is send your links to your patients. And once they get your link, they register themselves. Everything is HIPAA compliant. So whatever they share with Ellie MD stays with Ellie MD, and I loved it. So and we also have a customer service 24/7 available to our patients. So once they answer all the questionnaires, get through all of the history, they get to pick which product they need, and it's just a simple 1, 2, 3 click. And within, I'll say, 2 to 3 business days, most of my patients have been having a great turnover where they've been getting their peptides on time. And that's another thing that I did like about LEMD, because they communicate with our patients. Not only they get an email about their practitioners or physicians actually being able to go through our patients' history, making sure that there's no contraindications for the peptides that they pick to go through with, but they get the link, they get text message alerts as well to let them know that their peptides is on the way. So not only that, they also get a journal to go along to follow up with their process and everything. And the great thing about it, at the end of the day, even though LEMD is providing the peptides for our patients, they are still our patients. Like I call them, they're still my babies. So they still check in with me every week. I get make sure we do weigh-ins depending on the type of peptides that they pick or what kind of journey they're on. So we still do weigh-ins. I still check in on them to make sure that they're doing everything. I even recommend our protein shake. So I do have a couple of clients on a protein shake, which is great for their gut health as well. So it's been an amazing journey. I could sit here and talk to you guys all night, but after this, please go ahead and get the FAQ video and connect with the person that invited you to our Zoom. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Fanny, so much for your time. Thank you for being here. I love to call to the line the incredible Sherry Miller. Sherry Miller is a registered nurse. She's been in this space a long time. From your perspective, Vam, what makes LEMD stand out in the peptide and telehealth space, or anything else that you want to share with us? Thank you so much. The line is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining this Zoom tonight. You'll learn a lot about peptides. I've been a nurse for 31 years, a nurse practitioner for 15. Personally, I have a journey with peptides as well. What I like about LEMD is I know that they've done their research with the pharmacies. The medicines are tested and retested for stability, sterility. They're not going to send anything out that they don't approve of. They're approved by the National Board of Pharmacies, and that's an important step. I was working primary care probably 3 years ago now and taking care of chronic disease management from all of my patients, diabetes, hypertension, heart failure, you name it, it was there. So many patients needed these things. The only people who could get the GLP-1s and the GLP-1s with the GIP at the time were the diabetics with an A1C over 7. That doesn't include the people who were lower and pre-diabetic and needed these things. They couldn't get them anywhere. So I started thinking about, well, what can I do to help these people who don't have insurance coverage get these things? And this was right about the same time they were coming out approved for weight loss. But they still couldn't get them. Insurance wouldn't pay for them. So I opened my own practice, telehealth weight loss company here in Tennessee, March of 24, and did my research on the pharmacies as well. Weeded out a whole bunch. Stayed with 2, ended up being just 1 for such a long time. And I have over 100 patients currently, probably 60 to 70 at any one given time still on the GLP products. The reason I like LEMD is because they can transition to LEMD and do microdosing. I have quite a few patients on microdosing. The current pharmacy I'm using does not offer that. Only has a 1 month expiration date. After the vial's open, you can only use it for 28 days. That doesn't allow for microdosing very well. So I'm advising my patients to switch over with their next order if possible. I transitioned one today actually, and she was very happy. But I really believe in these things, these GLP-1s and GIPs. They're changing people's lives. Their inflammation is gone or better. They're having more activities with their families. They feel like doing things, taking trips. And of the patients that I currently have on, which I said is 60 or 70, plus all the ones that are off now, in the 19 months I've been open, they've lost over 1,300 pounds. And that tells you right there that these peptides work. Now, I personally like my peptides. Also like the BPC 157 for healing, trying to avoid some hip surgery. And that's my goal. And it's working just fine. I appreciate everybody coming on. Get with whoever invited you and see what you need to do to get connected. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Sherry, so much. Wow. You said 1,300 pounds? Anyway, that's amazing.
Yes, over 1,300 pounds.
Oh, just think how many more years on their lives and how much more, they give back to their families. That's really great. All right, I'm going to call to the line the amazing Zanab Nasir. She's a functional diagnostic practitioner, and I'd like to ask what's inspired you to partner with Ellie MD, and what has been your experience like so far, and what are you most excited about? The line is yours.
Hey, Dr. Sky. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we're very grateful to share this space with you today. My name is Zainab Nasser, and I'm a cardiac registered nurse of 15 years and functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, along with founder of Integrative Health Choice. You got a loaded question there, Dr. Sky, because there are many reasons. I have a personal story myself when it comes to health and healing. And I find that peptides accelerate the healing process. Again, when you apply foundations. So at Integrative Health, I specialize in helping people find their hidden stressors or root cause of their health concerns. And one of the tools I've become especially passionate about is peptides. I integrate that along with nutrition, lifestyle, and functional testing, and then add on peptides. At Ellie MD, I'm really excited to partner with Ellie because they're really leading the way in high quality peptides that are accessible to patients and clients. Their commitment to education, innovation, and patient supports aligns perfectly with what practitioners are looking for. I've seen so many people resort to black market for some of these peptides, and they don't have to do that with Ellie MD because they screen each client as they come in. I think of it almost like a virtual pharmacy with doctors on board to guide these clients. And the best part is it definitely takes off the liability off the practitioners, which is another great plus. And they're always there to support. A few of the peptides that I've tried and certain clients have tried is the NAD plus and BPC 157. The NAD is, as many of you may know, is incredible for supporting energy at the mitochondrial level, better cellular repair, brain function, and vitality. And then BPC 157, on the other hand, is often referred to as the healing peptide, known for its gut repair properties, reducing inflammation and speeding up recovery. Together, they're powerful for clients, and they really restore balance and optimize function and health from the inside out. I've used these peptides on individuals that have suffered from leaky gut, traumatic brain injuries, fatigue, inflammatory conditions, just to name a few reasons. And I feel like many people are stuck in a certain area of health, and peptides can be the answer because they're messengers, just like you said, Dr. Sky. They're messengers in the body. They tell the body how to repair, recover, and regulate. And with Ellie, you guys just make it so much easier to have access to these peptides. And honestly, looking ahead, I do see peptides as the fastest growing area in medicine and integrative medicine. They really bridge that gap between conventional and functional approaches, offering like highly targeted science-backed therapies and fewer side effects. So there's so many people that I know that have IBS, ulcerative colitis, that have truly benefited from this. I do believe it's the future, and I'm really honored to be part of this team. And you guys are growing as we are as well. And I just want to thank you for having me here today. And for those that joined, thank you. And please reach out to me afterwards for the FAQ video and to learn more about Ellie MD. Thank you, Dr. Sky. I'm going to hand it over back to you.
Oh, I don't even want you to. That's so great. I could listen to you talk for a long time. So we'll have to have you back to share more. All of you, incredible. So thank you for your time. I'd like to call to the line Renee Gersi, who's a registered nurse. And ma'am, the line is yours. If you want to share anything about how peptides have been impacting your patients and what's this partnership been like for you with Ellie MD? The line is yours, ma'am. You there?
Hi. So I have been a registered nurse now for the last 20 years, 12 in the ICU and the rest of it in the emergency department. So I've seen a lot of patients that need a lot of care, have a lot of comorbidities. And I myself also suffer from something called POTS, which is like a constant flight or fight syndrome, along with PCOS. And I had a hard time losing weight. So I started on the GLP-1 and lost about 40 pounds since I have started it. And then I recently found Ellie MD and started the peptides on top of it. I'm starting NAD plus, so I've already done my first week of it. And already I can feel more energized. The brain fog is gone, a lot more clear and wanting to have motivation to go and do healthy activities versus just feeling so tired and not being able to think clear and just wanting to lay on the couch and stuff. So I'm really excited to be able to spread the news of Ellie MD and share with my coworkers and patients the effectiveness of the GLPs and the peptides. And I can't wait to continue to do that. Back to you. Thank you. And thank you for everyone who attended that I invited.
Thank you, Renee, so much. We're so happy you're here and can't wait to see how many lives you're going to touch and change. So thank you again. All right, we have the amazing Mary Cantanonia, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. Ma'am, the line is yours. If you want to share how peptides have been changing the outcomes with your clients and how you integrate them into your practice on a day-to-day basis. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Sky. Yep, Mary Catalonia here. Thanks for joining me tonight. So, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. My clients are those who work very stressful, high stress jobs. They take care of themselves. I'll explain them as type A plus people. So they work out, they eat right, but they don't feel good. And their biggest frustration is walking into the doctor's office, getting the readout of your labs look good, you're fine, and they send them on the way. So they come to me and they work on that functional level of healing the body holistically. At the end of the day, there's always that one more thing where they just can't budge, maybe a weight loss or brain fog. They just can't budge. So I'm super excited to partner with Ellie MD. Recent case study, a good friend of mine, been working with her for years. She lost her mom this year. She had knee surgery. So there's multiple things adding up stress-wise where the microdosing GLP, GIP has helped tremendously with that stubborn weight because she's doing all the right things. She's just not getting it. And then with the knee surgery, also coupling it with the BPC 157. Another recent case study is a good friend of mine that I've also been working with for a really long time. I know she does the right things, but the weight just is not budging. She actually went to a doctor to get a script for the GLP-1 GIP, and it was waiting for her at the pharmacy. She goes to pick it up and she can't fill the script. So now she's on the phone for an hour with the insurance company, the doctor messed up, all the things. She came to me and she's like, I'm ordering today. Right? So it's the ease of it, it's the functionality of it. And then honestly for myself, I joined LEMD because I will fully admit that my husband and I were looking for the black market peptides because I was in excruciating pain after completing an Ironman, a full Ironman last year. It's very intensive on the body. I live in a chronic injury body because I love what I do and I love endurance training, but I could not find peptides anywhere. And so luckily Ellie MD came along and I was able to find high quality peptides that worked amazing. My pain level went from, and I was doing all the things, PT, which I still recommend you do, get the foundations in, but PT, cold therapy, hot therapy, acupuncture, all the things. But the BPC 157 gave me that support to take it to the next healing level so I could do more recovery. And now I'm just starting this enrollment to help with muscle, lean muscle. But I guess what I like most about this community is the foundation that we provide our clients. It's not just about getting on a peptide, it's about the diet, rest, exercise, stress management, and then incorporating the peptides is an amazing tool. So thanks for joining me. And I'll just hand it over to Dr. Sky.
Okay, thank you, Mary. We're so happy you're here with us. And we're so glad you can get back to all of your activities, your athletics. You go, girl. But you did bring up a point, the accessibility. There's no begging your doctor for these medications. There's no having to go through the insurance and paying. A lot of folks, might have been approved through insurance before and are no longer approved. So now it's $1,000 a month plus for these medications, and these are life-saving. So we don't have to go through hoops, and patients don't have to leave their homes. They can order right from their computer and it's shipped right to their door. So they're going to, most people since the pandemic are actually expecting that kind of service. So if you are not providing that as a practitioner, I think it's a real disservice. So thank you for that important point. I would like to call to the line Carissa Wright. She's an advanced nurse practitioner. Excuse me if I didn't get that quite perfectly. You can come on, ma'am. The line is yours if you want to share how you are using Ellie MD in your practice and anything else you want to share with us about what you're excited about.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sky. You got it right. My name's Carissa. I'm a nurse practitioner, like so many other of these wonderful providers on here. I was a nurse. I've been a nurse for 20 years, and my focus is really women's health. So I have a really unique position. I work in a small clinic in Vero Beach, Florida, so South Florida, and all of my services are free. I have a completely free clinic that I work out of. And most of that, especially in the women's wellness space, is due to the lack of insurance. So my clients are in a really unique position so that they get a lot for nothing, but they know that if I were to go and prescribe them medications that at a retail pharmacy, they're going to really struggle with the investment that is required there. So I could say so much for so long about this company. Everyone's touched on it: accessibility, reliability, quality. I just can't speak highly enough. I'm on my own peptide journey. I like being a product of the product, but my clients from the preconception health, situation, which really ties in my background in primary care, all the way through perimenopause and postmenopausal, all of these clients can benefit. When it comes to preconception health, all of my clients that are trying to start a family, we know that metabolic dysfunction is huge contributor. I think it's now 1 in 10 pregnancies will end in miscarriage is one of the latest statistics. So if I can get people functioning optimally, metabolically, especially, we see a lot of insulin resistance, a lot of hormone disruption in young females and in their partners. I am able to counsel their partners too, but it helps optimize those outcomes. And then when we have the perimenopausal situation, women are dealing with brain fog, mood disruption, lack of energy. They're dealing with weight that won't come off. They're dealing with decreased libido. We have so many peptides. That's the other thing, is the variety here. So many peptides that will help optimize so many different situations. And then of course we get into like the postmenopausal situation. We're starting HRT. We're seeing lots of, in my clinic, you know, lots of benefits to starting people on HRT earlier. And these are such an amazing complement to that therapy. I could literally go on for days about how much I love these options for people. I think that the last 5 years have really helped shift the focus for patients and advocating for themselves and wanting to really approach their healthcare stance from a point of prevention. And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. So thanks, Dr. Sky, for letting me come on tonight. Thank you for everyone who's joining us.
Oh, thank you. Again, I could listen to you for hours. That was so great. I could just feel your heart and passion. And like I said, I haven't met a more incredible group of individuals than this community, just Ellie MD at whole. So we're all very grateful to have the opportunity to offer these to our loved ones and the people that are needing them most, which is really, in my opinion, every American really could benefit from some type of peptide therapy. I truly believe that. And we had quite a list of partners that invited, so I just want to acknowledge them. They couldn't all, we couldn't have all the time to share, but we want to acknowledge them. Latoya Moody, Lisa Mall, we all want to thank you, guests and their guests, for coming. Arlisha Abdul, Carla Davis, Cheryl Griffin, Dee Morton, Coach Tony Freeney, Desiree Sunshine, Renee Mitchell, Dr. Tanisha Bibbs, Jennifer Hunt Maham, George Ward, Gary Simmons, Carolyn Samuels, Angelic Renee, Dr. Sky Davis, Michelle Brewer, and Sharetta Wolf. Thank you all. They want to say a special thank you to their guests. And we're going to close this call off with the incredible Latoya Moody. She's going to come on and share. And ma'am, if you could just touch on how has partnering with Ellie MD impacted you financially, and what difference has that made for your family and your lifestyle? The line is yours. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Partnering with Ellie has been probably one of the best decisions that I've made. I'm very grateful to my dear friend George Ward for, sharing this with me. Just like everybody on this call, I'm a nurse practitioner and I do infectious disease. I have known about peptide therapy through bodybuilding, and like some of the guests, I've ordered them. There was no real community as far as, what to do with them, how to utilize them, how to dose them. And so, I kind of toyed around with them, but never used them because I was afraid. And then, fast forward to my practice, every day I have patients that are coming in, their doctor won't prescribe them. They have lost coverage. I've tried to get it for them. And just that accessibility is what really made me decide to do it. And then I started using, the GLP-1 myself after, having struggles with, hormone shifts as I age. And I was already doing this. And so it was really like a no-brainer to partner with this company. Like I said, I do infectious disease. I'm not a peptide specialist. So that was very appealing to me to be able to have a place where I could point my patients, but I didn't have to deal with the protocols of them. They have a certified doctors that can help them if they have issues. And so it's just been a great partnership and an extension of me. I have worked as a nurse practitioner for 18 years and I work a lot. I have 3 kids. I'm a sports mom. And for years, I love what I do, but I definitely don't have a lot of time. And it's always something that I'm craving. So partnering with Ellie has really given me time, and the goal of, hey, I can actually scale back. I'll be able to work less, have more ownership of my time very soon. And so that's been the best part. Financially, it's been amazing. Like I said, my kids play volleyball. I have two. It is very expensive. And my kids want to play. So, having the thought of doing that is just like, okay, more like less time. I can work more, allow them to play, but I'm not going to be there. And Ellie has allowed me to do that. It's very flexible. I can do this anywhere. With the community that I'm building, our team, has been able to really scale and impact a lot of people, which helped me financially. So how does that work? It was $79 to get a referral link. I paid that one time. I started sharing with my patients. I started sharing with friends. I have a lot of other nurse practitioners that have also been able to do this as well. And, Ellie pays you very well. You get a referral credit of 20 to 40% on any customer referrals or patient referrals. And when you have people who see this opportunity and realize that in 5 years, 70% of America will be on some form of peptide, they're going to ask to also, get a link and be interested. So by partnering with them, and they also start to refer, I have really been able to create this referral network for myself, which has been beautiful because I'm growing by multiplying, not just addition of one patient. The community that Ellie has built here for us, it really scales so far above your office practice for all the practitioners here. Yes, we want to impact our patients, but to be able to really be a part of this movement of longevity and being able to impact a nation together, support each other, hold each other accountable, make things more accessible, has been such a blessing. And whenever you get in on that at the beginning, when it's still so new, that's going to impact you financially more than you can imagine. So definitely get with the person who invited you on this call, guys. If you want to know more about the compensation plan, get that FAQ from the person who invited you, and make an appointment, get on their calendar so they can talk with you and get these questions answered and show you how to really, scale in your practice and beyond, because it's really the beyond and making that community that is the most special thing that we have here. There's no other company that's allowing us to be able to do that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for spending your evening with us. And with that, guys, this call is officially over.